This video is about my brother and I backpacking in the Grand Tetons. Alright guys, we are heading out on Death Canyon Trailhead, about to start our 3-day loop. Let's go. And we have arrived at Phelps Lake. It's a really pretty outlook. We found a little snake. Let's see if he'll move for us. Move! There he is. You see him? It looks like he's eyeing something. I don't think it's venomous because its head isn't very triangular. You want to test it? Good. So we have been hiking for hours
at night.
and we stopped and had our dinner on a slope
At night.
and then we crossed 2 snowfields
At night.
and now we've hiked up to the very top of Mount Hunt Divide
At night.
and now we have to hike down Mount Hunt Divide.
At night.
And I don't know if you can see it, but this is what's called a snow bridge. It's a creek and then there's snow on top of it that looks like solid ground. So if you were to walk on top of that, you would fall in. So that's a no-go there. Okay, so it is 2:38 in the morning and we have discovered a massive ice bridge, or snow bridge. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it goes all the way back.
We were thinking about climbing up the snow and going all the way back there, but we still could have fallen through.
So we're gonna have to somehow get across this little part. It won't be too bad.
So here's Michael going to town on the snow bridge. We're gonna have to cut some steps or at least some toe holds so we can get back to the path over there. Can't really see it. But yeah, we have axes.
So we just carved some ice steps and shimmied over and almost fell a couple times, but we have crossed the snow bridge.
Throw your backpack downstream.
It is 3:15 a.m. and we have still not found a campsite to pitch our tent, but we have finally come to Mount Hunt Divide camping zone. Hopefully within the next mile or so we should be able to find a place to sleep for the night. Well, it is 4:05 in the morning and we have finally found a flat enough space to put our tent. Whew. I think we're gonna probably sleep until we wake up. Who knows how long that'll be. But it's been a very long day. We started hiking at 4:30 in the afternoon, and besides occasional short breaks, we've been hiking ever since. So pretty much 12 hours of hiking. Well, we're gonna sign out for the night. Hopefully we'll sleep well. See ya. We woke up somewhere around 10 o'clock this morning and we broke camp, had breakfast, and started down the trail, and then we lost the trail, so we had to go down this massive boulder field, and that took quite a while. And now we're gonna try and find the trail somewhere in here.
So part of our trip this week will take us on the Teton Crest Trail, and some people get to the trail by taking the ski lift, because there's a ski resort on the other side of that mountain. But we're gonna climb up through Granite Canyon instead. So we just finished Mount Hunt Canyon. So that was coming down from Mount Hunt Divide, the boulder field, and a lot more walking. And here's a look back at that. We came from that way, and now we're about to head up to Marion Lake, which is 1.8 miles that way. And that will meet up with the Teton Crest Trail. Can't go around it, gotta go through it. That water is freezing cold. It's snow melt. Up. Post hole. Nice. Did you soak your foot? Okay. So we're approaching Marion Lake now, and we will soon join up with the Teton Crest Trail. This place is very pretty. Now I'll try not to follow Michael's lead. That's where he fell. Check out this waterfall. So here is another snow bridge. Now that it's daylight, you can see it pretty well, but it's a stream with snow on top. We have arrived at Marion Lake, and we still have several more miles to go before dark. Filming my lack of physicality. Oh yes. We are now exiting Grand Teton National Park. Here's our first glimpse of Grand Teton from the backcountry, off there in the distance. We're not actually in Grand Teton National Park right now. We've crossed into the Jedediah Smith Wilderness, and that's Fossil Peak. Still got 3 or so miles to go today. And about an hour of daylight. Back down there is Marion Lake.
What kind of animal is that?
Groundhog?
No. It almost looks like a beaver, but its tail isn't like
Don't
that.
get too close.
Hello?
He will probably bite you and give you rabies.
What are you?
He's a rodent.
Bye-bye now.
This is exhausting.
It's about 10:20, and we are finally entering the Death Canyon camping zone. So we should be able to camp within half a mile or a mile or so.
So we're in Death Canyon. It's pretty nice flat terrain. We're near the bottom of the canyon. There's Death Canyon Shelf, and hopefully we'll be spending tomorrow night there. The bugs are awful.
We are getting close to the end of Death Canyon, probably about 4 more miles.
Found Africa.
So we made it back to Death Canyon Trailhead. Only thing is, it's hailing and raining and lightning and thundering, and
Your camera just got hit.
Did it? And we're about 100 feet away from the van. So
Pea and dime size.
hopefully this won't last that long, but it's pretty cool seeing all the hail. That's all the white spots on the ground. Yeah, he caught one. It's not too big.
So as the hailstorm hit, we completed our first loop through the backcountry, our 3-day loop through Open Canyon, Mount Hunt Divide, and Death Canyon. So we're taking a night out of the backcountry. We'll probably spend it in Bridger Teton National Forest again, where we can get some free camping. We're having dinner at Coulter Bay on Jackson Lake, and way over there is the Grand Teton. And right here is American Chop Suey.
So yesterday we took a day off, and today we're going to be going on a 2-day loop through Cascade Canyon. And there's a cute little chipmunk. This is called Hidden Falls.
So here we have two of the major Teton peaks. Over here is Teton Mountain. The native people called the whole Teton Range Teton, which means many peaks. Here we have Mount Owen. And then right here behind this tree is the east prong of Mount Owen. We are now in Cascade Canyon. We visited Inspiration Point for a little bit, and I took off my boots to take care of a blister. And it's honestly prettier here than Inspiration Point.
So we are camping in South Fork camping zone, and right now we're on top of a boulder near our campsite making our dinner. It's dehydrated Cajun rice with beef, right? And it's really spicy, but quite good. We've got, what kind of stove is this, Jeff? MSR white gas stove. And there's the rice. It's heating up and getting rehydrated. And it's just a really cool area we're at right now. There's some snow down there. Okay, if you look very carefully, there it is. That is called a pika. It's the first one we've seen. Is this the one that hibernates 9 months out of the year, Jeff?
That's the marmot.
Oh yeah, this one, I don't think it hibernates at all. But it's pretty cute. So we just climbed up this big boulder, and the view is pretty good, especially with that bluish green water over there. And Jeffrey's on his way up. There's the path we just came down from. We went up Cascade Canyon last night and slept in South Fork camping zone, and now we're on our way back down. So I already climbed down this steep face, and now Jeffrey's doing it. Right, keep going. All right. There's the big boulder we were on top of. And Jeffrey's coming down now.
Found another boulder to climb, and this one was much easier. We're back at the van after our 2 days in Cascade Canyon. We did about 17.6 miles total, and we're going to go take a swim in Jenny Lake.
We are currently hiking on String Lake, and we're on our way to Upper Paintbrush Camping Zone. Alright, right there is a yellow-bellied marmot sitting on that boulder. He's not moving. I'm going to try and get a little closer, go around this tree. Yeah. That's the same animal we saw several days ago that we didn't know what it was, and then, oh, there he is. And then when we went to the visitor center, we saw an exhibit about the animals in the area and figured out that's what it is. It doesn't have a yellow belly though, so I don't know why they call it a yellow-bellied marmot.
You're kind of looking at his side though.
He's just sniffing at us. If you were to zoom out, it almost looked like a bear standing up. Like if it were bigger. Well, here's another marmot. This one's pretty big too. He doesn't seem to mind our presence that much. I'm standing about 4 or 5 feet away from him. He's just munching away. And we are now looking down at String Lake. We are now approaching Holly Lake. This should be about the final descent, probably half mile to a quarter mile left. Well, we have arrived at Holly Lake. And there's a marmot right over here too. I don't know if you can see him. There he is.
We're at Holly Lake near the top of Paintbrush Canyon. That is Mount Woodring. It's over 11,000 feet. I think we're gonna try to climb that in the morning. There's a pretty straightforward climb right up the south side of the mountain. This lake is really pretty blue-green. Michael is climbing that rock over there. We'll see how far he makes it.
There's a little chipmunk. I think he's interested in our food. Buddy, what are you doing? There's a deer right here in our campsite. I'm about 20 feet away from it. This is called a mule deer because of its large ears. It's getting closer to our tent. So there's 3 marmots here. 2 of them are currently fighting. Maybe not right now, but they just were. Hi.
Hello. I don't like that.
They're gonna go fight.
Here they go.
Maybe not.
Nope.
There's another one hiding over the corner.
He's back there, man.
Where is he? Nope. Oh, there he goes, there he goes. Oh, another bluff.
He probably smells a canister of food.
He's standing up on his legs. Here's another one. This one's approaching our food. That won't do. Back off, buddy. Where's the other one at?
Two of them right there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to use the rest of the island.
Yes, they could be using this entire area, but no, they choose to eat right next to us.
And next to each other.
And here's another one. Yeah, I see you sneaking up on our food.
He comes under the tree, tell me.
Uh-oh. They scattered. Where'd they go? So we are currently climbing up Mount Woodring. We're stopping for our first break right now. And Mount Woodring is how high? 11,555 feet high.
Something like that.
And up there is the top somewhere. We are approaching the summit right now. We probably have another 100 feet of elevation to go. Check this out. It's getting pretty steep. So whenever you throw a rock, it goes for a long time. Still going. That could be us.
Was your volcano this steep?
In parts of it, yeah. We are steadily getting closer to the top. It's getting very steep though. Alright, we're getting very close, and now we have to climb up this thing. So we are beginning to think we may not have come the easiest way. It's getting very steep. So we got to the top of what we thought was going to be near the summit, and it's actually nowhere near the summit. And it's starting to rain, and thunderstorms are quite common. So we're going down. Unfortunately, we won't reach the top. So it's taken us probably more than an hour to get down from there. And we didn't want to slide down this snowfield because that would be treacherous. And now we have to finish going down. I think we're gonna head down this route, down back to the lake. So it appears that we've accidentally entered the Misty Mountains. Oh, I mean Paintbrush Canyon. And we just descended from Mount Woodring in the rain, and we were very cold and wet. And Jeffrey is an elf, apparently. He's wearing socks on his hands. It's very nice, Jeffrey.
I got a bag of presents.
That's a little bit creepy, actually. Alright, we have hiked the approximately 6.4 miles out of Paintbrush Canyon, and we are now about to exit the trailhead and go get a massive steak dinner. So we're on top of Signal Mountain right now. Last night we went into Jackson Hole and had a really great steak dinner, and right now we're making lunch. We just finished cooking it on our backpacking stove, and it's starting to rain, so I think we're gonna eat it in the van. After this, we're heading to Pinedale for our first stay in a hotel on the whole trip. Gonna have a nice shower and go swimming. And besides the road trip home, this pretty much concludes our backpacking trip.